Hey everyone, Spot of Nerd here. We have finished up San Diego Comic-Con 2020, San Diego Comic-Con at home, and I figured we'd kind of do a very brief recap because it is very brief because there's really not much to talk about. But I also want to kind of introduce you to something that I bought that came in the mail today. So excited because basically it's package one of two. I will do a little bit more in depth of like a unboxing type video, but I was able to finally get a hold of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Ahsoka Tano lightsabers. So I'll kind of show you here. Look at the size of these things. Like, I mean, first off, the box alone, you can see in the camera just how big this thing is. I mean, it weighs easily 10 pounds. Easily, because these are actually made of, I believe they're made of stainless steel or something like that. But again, the sheer box alone is so dope. And obviously, the specialty, the creme de la creme. Look at those. I'm gonna see if I can tilt these up. So I have yet to actually go and see Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Not just because of this COVID thing, but also just in general. Like, you know, I've lived up in Washington for some time now. And ever since Galaxy's Edge opened, I knew that these were there. I knew that you could get Ahsoka's lightsabers. And the greatest thing about these is they are true to form in terms of if you watch Star Wars Rebels. And I am crossing fingers because I'm hoping and I'm wondering if these will actually be the lightsabers that she will use in the second season of The Mandalorian. So excited. The blades are actually coming tomorrow. They didn't come together. Just, you know, appreciate the guy who sold it to me because, you know, he packaged the hell out of these things to make sure they were safe. And I'm praying those sabers don't come in broken or anything like that. Because I mean, you've probably seen it in previous videos. I've got Anakin's lightsaber, Rey's lightsaber, Luke's lightsaber, whoever else has had that damn lightsaber. But without further ado, let me show you the coolest thing about obviously Ahsoka is she does do the double lightsaber action. And again, I want to just show you because like in the camera, this is the smaller of the two. I mean, this thing, I'm not even joking you, has got to weigh, I mean, this is easily 5 pounds. I'm not even joking. The sheer weight of this just tells you just how amazing these things are. Obviously, the batteries go, and then, of course, the blade will go up top. So dope. So incredible. So glad I finally was able to get a hold of these. You've probably seen me, if you follow me on Facebook's, Instagrams, the whole 9 yards. I've been selling a lot of stuff just because, number one, I don't need it. Number two, I wanted to buy these. I didn't pay retail, obviously, but I didn't pay too much, too, because I think the trick is, and shame on Disney for this, I'll do a little more details later, but you actually, my understanding is if you buy these lightsabers, you have to buy the blades separately now. So before, you'd get everything together. Now, you got to buy them separate. So luckily I found somebody online who was legit, who actually had both, because again, she's got two sabers, which means you need two blades, but not only two blades, but you need two different sizing of blades. So it was perfect. But this is, let me show you this. Let me put this back for a second. Hold on. This is my, like, this is the bigger saber. Like, you can't even fit it in the, like, look at this thing. It's so freaking dope. I mean, this thing easily, again, I say 5-10 pounds maybe. I mean, just even with two hands holding up that lightsaber, like two hands, it's still monstrous. Look at the size compared to my head. Look at that thing compared to my head. Crazy, right? And then even like again with a smaller one. That's how big these things are. Like, I cannot wait to put the blades, to light them up, and just fucking badass. I can't even think of the words. It's so awesome. So that was definitely the highlight of Comic-Con 2020, if you ask me. doesn't even have anything to do with Comic-Con, but just for the fact that I finally found those sabers, because obviously who knows when I'll ever get down to Galaxy's Edge to purchase them, even if they haven't been in stock. Like, let's be real, the inventory is probably non-existent at this point. So super excited, but stay tuned for more, because I will do a very small, like an unboxing video where I'll take the sabers out, put them in, put some batteries, light them up, and show you really what they're all about. What else was there? Oh, I think that was because that was the highlight of Comic-Con right now. I did get the sweater, the fleece. If you've seen it online, it's kind of bullshit how they're waiting to actually make more before they send them out to us. That's where I think, if you have seen my previous videos, shame on Comic-Con, because you're taking our money without giving us anything. But to kind of conclude everything, Comic-Con this year, I mean, to be negative, it was terrible. It was predictable. It was not very informative. It was lame. There was definitely some things where you kind of made your eyes roll, because we're already dealing with it everywhere else. It's like, we don't need that in our Comic-Con. I hope this doesn't happen again. I really hope this doesn't happen again, because we missed out. And I think that's what it comes down to. I mean, I have so many thoughts that I can't necessarily put into words right now, but we genuinely missed out on the greatest convention that ever was, that ever is, that ever has been. And it is San Diego Comic-Con International. It's something that I look forward to every single year. It's the greatest 4 days of my life. Last year, if you've seen my previous videos, it was the first time I did a preview night. I'll never do a preview night again. It's not saying it's bad. It's just, preview night is literally like, here's a couple hours where you can see the floor, but that's about it. What's really great is just, again, you get to meet up with your friends. You get to meet up with people that just have similar, hobby interests, passions, fandoms, even debates. You don't have to be everybody has to be on the same page. We can all be different, and it's okay, because it's fictional shit. You can't get pissed at people for having a different opinion on fictional shit. I've always said, even with Wonder Woman, I think Wonder Woman is garbage. It is a fucking horrible film, but it's fiction. What are you going to do? I think in the highlight aspect, did we get some good information from San Diego Comic-Con at home this year? Nothing that, again, I wasn't really already known. Like, we found out when The Walking Dead's going to premiere, the final episode of the season, of season 10. We did get some clips of The Boys and some brief information, season 5 of Rick and Morty, things like that. Some trailers, the New Mutants from Disney, which Lord fucking knows if we're ever going to get to see this film. For the love of God, Disney, just put it on Disney Plus. But this is stuff that could have just been in an article, could have been in a passing feed story that you see on your social media, wherever that might be. I think the saddest part about it is, a lot of people were expecting trailers that were 5 minutes long, and with the Snyder Cut, the Justice League Snyder Cut, we got literally 30 seconds of the Snyder Cut. And then we found out today that it was CGI, like the black suit, Superman in his black suit. So I just, again, without being me, which of course I'm going to be me, I just was not impressed. I wasn't blown away. It was disorganized. They didn't put a schedule out. They just said, hey, here's all the platforms where you can go find some stuff and some panels. Just go and find it. It's like, well, yeah, but when are these panels happening? Who's going to be in them? What is it going to be about? Like, they just seem to just throw it together overnight. It's like, when you have that group project and everybody's working on different pieces, or if anything, 2 people are working on the whole thing when you have 10 people in your group. It just didn't come together. I didn't feel like it was Comic-Con at all. And that's the saddest part, I think, about all of it is, it's disheartening, and it breaks my heart that this weekend was supposed to be something magical. And to be honest, I just spent most of it outdoors. It's beautiful outside in Washington, so I figured, hey, let's go enjoy it. I didn't really see a lot of these panels, because you start watching them and it's like, oh, sorry, what? I'm sorry, what were you saying? So anyway, I will stop my bitching. Thank you all so much for being a part of these live streams. I know some people have actually been watching them later on and kind of just give me some feedback. So appreciate everybody kind of watching these, letting me know what you thought. please continue to do so. Throw it down in the comments. Give me your feedback. Did you enjoy San Diego Comic-Con at home? Did you even look at it? Did you see anything? I mean, what did you get out of it? I'd love to actually know, if maybe you did. Maybe you got positives out of this and you look forward to this stuff in the future. But for me, I fucking, God, they better fucking make it in person next year. Like, we better get back to normal next year because I need this. This is, I need this more now than ever. And I think a lot of us, a lot of us geeks and nerds, we need this a part of our yearly ritual. I am thankful that Comic-Con will take the tickets from this year and actually transfer them over so we don't have to go through that hellhole as usual, the spinning wheel of blue death. But yeah, please don't cancel this next year. For the love of God, please don't cancel this next year. Anywho, all, so please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Mucho apreciado. And we stay tuned for the lightsaber unboxing stuff. We're going to have some new Dimension series coming out where we're going to talk a little bit more. I wanted to kind of focus more on like medications. I've obviously had to increase some medications lately, and I kind of want to touch base on that. So if you haven't seen the series 1 yet, you'll kind of know what that's all about. But I'm going to kind of continue that New Dimensions series. And then obviously new episodes will be coming here as much as I can in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for more, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all once more for watching, and we will see you guys. Well, hopefully we'll see you at Comic-Con next year in person, but we'll see you next time here with good old Spot of Nerd. Later, y'all.